There's a moment many of us face, often in silence. You catch your reflection in the mirror and something feels off. The woman staring back looks familiar, but not quite like the version of you that once felt radiant, full of spark, full of life. It's not sadness exactly, more like a quiet ache, a feeling that somehow, somewhere along the way, the world stopped seeing you the same. And maybe you stopped seeing yourself too. This shift can be subtle. A favorite lipstick doesn't pop like it used to. A go-to outfit no longer feels like you. But one of the most powerful signals, one we don't talk about enough, is our hair. The wrong hairstyle can make us feel invisible. Flat, lifeless hair, outdated bangs, too long, too short, too plain. And suddenly, that little voice whispers, maybe beautiful just isn't for me anymore. But here's the truth no one tells you. Beauty never leaves us. It simply waits for us to invite it back, in a way that feels right for who we are now. And one of the most graceful ways to begin that invitation is with your hair, because the right hairstyle isn't about hiding age, it's about honoring it. It's about choosing softness over harshness, movement over stiffness, freedom over perfection. It's about looking in the mirror and seeing someone who still shines, just in a deeper, wiser light. So if you've been feeling like your spark is dimming, this video is here to remind you it's still there. You haven't lost your glow. You've just outgrown the old ways of seeing it. And today, we'll uncover 7 elegant hairstyles that will not only refresh your look, but reconnect you with the confident, vibrant woman you've always been. Smooth transition ahead. Because coming up next is the first look, a soft, layered style that instantly lifts your face and your energy. Layered curls with fringe. Bring back the volume. Bring back the joy. Flat hair has a way of sneaking into your life. One day, you're brushing your hair and noticing it's just there. No bounce, no body, just strands that seem to lay still, almost like they're tired too. But here's something you may not have considered. Limp, flat hair doesn't just affect your look, it affects how you feel. When your hair lacks life, it can quietly take away a piece of your confidence. And for women over 60, that's one thing we can't afford to lose. Because this chapter of life, it's not about fading, it's about blooming with softness, grace, and style. That's where layered curls come in. Layered curls with fringe are like a breath of fresh air for your hair. They bring movement, they bring fullness, and most importantly, they bring you back. The beauty of layers is that they create natural lift at the roots, giving your hair that airy volume that makes all the difference. No teasing, no heavy styling products, just smart, strategic cutting that works with your texture, not against it. And when paired with a soft fringe, it frames the face gently, drawing attention to the eyes, softening forehead lines, and creating a youthful silhouette without looking like you're trying too hard. What's even more wonderful is how versatile this look is. Whether your curls are natural or styled, this cut holds shape beautifully and moves with grace. Add a stylish headband, a silk scarf, or even just a simple pin, and suddenly you're not just wearing a hairstyle, you're wearing confidence. Professional stylists often recommend this look for mature women who want to lift their overall appearance without the upkeep of complicated blowouts. And it's not about looking younger, it's about looking refreshed, vibrant, present. Because when your hair has life, you feel more alive too. And if you're already imagining how those curls could bring back that bounce in your step, just wait. The next style offers a gentle upgrade for anyone who's been weighed down by thick, heavy bangs for far too long. Wispy Bangs. Lighten up and let your beauty shine through. There's something about bangs that feels like a commitment. They frame the face, they make a statement. But for many of us, that statement has sometimes felt a little too heavy. Thick, blunt bangs may have worked once, back when we had the time, the energy, and maybe even the patience to style them just right. But now they feel like a curtain that hides too much. Not just your forehead, but your softness, your smile, your expression. That's where wispy bangs come in. They don't demand attention, they offer it. They don't hide you, they highlight you. And they do it in the gentlest, most graceful way. Wispy bangs are all about movement. They bring lightness to your face, blending naturally with the rest of your hair rather than sitting stiff and isolated. They graze your brows like a whisper, softening lines without completely covering them. The result: a fresh, approachable look that feels like you, only lighter, brighter, and a little more playful. This style works beautifully with medium-length hair, whether it's straight, wavy, or lightly curled. It adds dimension without effort, and because the bangs are so lightweight, they grow out gracefully, meaning less time in the salon and more time enjoying your day. Stylists often recommend wispy bangs for women over 60 who want just a touch of softness without the fuss. They're easy to manage, especially in warmer months, when thick bangs can trap heat and feel uncomfortable. And they pair well with almost any hairstyle, from a casual ponytail to a polished chignon. But most importantly, wispy bangs let your eyes speak. They draw attention upward, where your spark lives. They invite people to look at you, not just your hair. So if you've been feeling like your current look weighs you down, maybe all it takes is a little lightness around the face. And speaking of ease and elegance, what if you love long hair but find it harder to manage these days? You'll love what's coming next, a simple shift that makes long hair feel fresh again. Long hair with a side part, graceful length, effortless confidence. Long hair holds memories of youth, of freedom, of femininity. For many women, it's more than just a style. It's a part of who they are. But let's be honest, it can also start to feel like a chore. The older we get, the more we notice the little things. Tangles that weren't there before. Split ends that appear faster. A heaviness, not just in feel, but in the time and effort it takes to maintain it. And maybe you've asked yourself, is it time to let it go? But before you reach for the scissors, here's a gentle suggestion. Try shifting your part. Yes, something as simple as a side part can completely refresh how your long hair looks and how it makes you feel. The beauty of a side part lies in its quiet elegance. It frames your face with softness. It adds structure without stiffness. And it gives your hair movement and shape without requiring drastic cuts or hours in front of the mirror. When placed thoughtfully, a side part can balance out facial features and create the illusion of volume right at the crown. It works especially well for mature faces, gently lifting the eyeline and drawing attention to your cheekbones, your smile, your presence. Pair this part with subtle layers and you've got a look that flows naturally while still feeling styled. It's long hair, but lighter, more breathable, more you. Hairstylists often recommend using a lightweight serum or heat protectant before styling and incorporating a weekly deep conditioning treatment to maintain shine and manageability. Because healthy hair isn't about age, it's about care. And if your long hair has felt like more of a burden lately, know this: you don't have to give it up. You just need to see it differently. Sometimes all it takes is a new perspective, quite literally, to fall in love with your hair again. Now, if you're ready to make a bold change, something short, refreshing, and full of modern edge, stay with me. What's coming next is a style that proves chic doesn't have to mean complicated. Modern pixie cut, a fresh start with every strand. There's something deeply liberating about a fresh cut. It's not just about changing your appearance, it's about reclaiming your reflection. And few styles offer that kind of transformation, quite like the modern pixie cut. Maybe you've thought about going shorter. Maybe you've stood in front of the mirror, holding your ends, wondering, what if I just let it go? Let go of the weight, the time, the need to manage what once felt effortless. The modern pixie isn't just a haircut, it's a declaration. This cut is clean, chic, and quietly powerful. It frames your face with precision, highlighting the eyes, lifting the cheekbones, and letting your smile take center stage. No more hiding behind layers, just confidence front and center. But don't mistake short for limited. Pixie cuts today are incredibly versatile. Whether you prefer a sleek, polished finish or a tousled, textured look, the Pixie gives you both, often with just a few finger swipes or a touch of styling cream. And if you've ever felt your current hairstyle was aging you, this might be the reset you didn't know you needed. The Pixie adds energy to your entire presence. It opens the face, feels light on the neck, and moves with ease. It's a look that says, I know who I am, and I'm not afraid to show it. Styling is quick and intuitive, especially with natural volume at the roots. For a more elevated look, consider pairing it with subtle highlights or a soft color refresh, like warm honey, silver blonde, or soft auburn, to enhance texture and add dimension. And here's the best part. This style doesn't just look good, it feels good. There's a sense of clarity and renewal that often comes with cutting away the old, because sometimes the most elegant version of yourself is just beneath the surface, waiting for a little air, a little light, and the courage to be seen. Now, if you're craving something even more refined, a style that speaks to grace, occasion, and timeless beauty, stay with me. The next look is a go-to for weddings, brunches, and any moment you want to feel extra polished. Shinon Updo, elegance, gathered softly at the nape. There are moments in life when you want to feel a little extra, not loud or flashy, but refined, polished, graceful, like when you're attending your daughter's wedding, or dressing up for a special brunch with old friends, or simply standing in front of the mirror, hoping to see a version of yourself that still glows. That's where the Shinon Updo comes in. This timeless style isn't just about pulling your hair back. It's about gathering your grace, strand by strand, into something that quietly says, I belong here, I am radiant, and yes, I still love to dress up. What makes the chignon so flattering for women over 60 is its ability to create structure and softness all at once. For those with thinning hair, it can be a lifesaver. By carefully adding volume at the crown and sides, the style gives the illusion of fuller, thicker hair without the need for extensions or heavy products. And despite its sophisticated look, the chignon is surprisingly adaptable. You can keep it sleek for a modern aesthetic, or loosen a few tendrils around the face for a romantic, lived-in feel. It's a style that moves with you, graceful when you walk, elegant when you turn your head. Want to make it personal? Add a touch of sparkle with pearl pins, tuck in a silk ribbon, or weave in fresh flowers for outdoor events. These small touches transform the chignon into something uniquely yours, something that tells your story without saying a word. Of course, creating a chignon does take a little practice. It's not the kind of style you rush through, but maybe that's the point. Maybe slowing down to shape beauty with intention is exactly what makes it feel so special. Because when you wear a chignon, you're not just styling your hair. You're stepping into a moment. You're holding yourself a little taller. You're letting the world see that elegance isn't reserved for the young, it evolves with you. And if you've enjoyed the softness and grace of this look, the next one might just be your new everyday favorite. Coming up next, a look that's bouncy, effortless, and full of natural charm. Soft waves with layers, effortless elegance, every day. Some styles speak in whispers, not shouts. They don't try too hard. They don't demand to be noticed. And yet, when you walk into a room wearing them, you feel completely seen. That's the magic of soft waves with layers. For many women over 60, the desire isn't about being bold. It's about feeling fresh. It's about finding a look that flows naturally, moves gracefully, and doesn't require an hour-long styling routine each morning. Soft waves offer that sense of gentle ease. When paired with thoughtfully placed layers, they add lift, dimension, and just the right amount of bounce. Not too much, not too flat, just enough to make you feel alive again. The beauty of this style is in its balance. The waves create movement, while the layers prevent the hair from looking weighed down or limp. Together, they form a silhouette that feels youthful, but never juvenile, elegant, but never overdone. And the best part, you can achieve this look whether your hair is naturally wavy, lightly curled, or even straight with a bit of styling help. A medium barrel curling iron, a touch of volumizing mousse, and a gentle finger comb can take you from flat to fabulous in minutes. For women dealing with fine or thinning hair, this is a go-to style that makes your hair appear fuller and more vibrant. It lifts at the roots without teasing. It holds shape throughout the day with minimal effort, and it always looks soft, never stiff. This look is perfect for everything from casual lunches to date nights, and even those just because I want to feel beautiful days. Because you don't need a special occasion to embrace softness, you just need permission, and that permission starts with you. Let the layers fall where they may. Let the waves move as they wish, and allow yourself to feel effortless, elegant, and entirely at home in your own hair. Now, if timeless style is what you seek, something polished, flattering, and forever chic, our final look may just be the one. Coming up next, the classic cut that never fails to flatter. Classic bob, timeless beauty that always comes back to you. Some things never go out of style. A well-cut coat, a little black dress, and when it comes to hair, the classic bob. There's a reason this look has stood the test of time. It's clean, it's polished, and most importantly, it frames the face in a way that flatters just about everyone, especially women over 60. When we age, our hair tends to lose volume, density, and sometimes even shape. It's easy to feel like your style options are shrinking. But the bob says otherwise. This cut brings structure where you need it most. It lifts at the roots, creates a gentle contour around the jawline, and draws the eye upward, toward your smile, your cheekbones, your glow. It doesn't cover your features, it enhances them. With a simple, precise silhouette that feels both classic and refreshingly modern. If your hair is straight, the bob's sleek lines will shine effortlessly. If it's wavy, the movement adds a softness that makes the style feel lived in and natural. Even women with curls can enjoy a variation, like the curly bob or long bob lob, which celebrates texture while maintaining shape. Many stylists recommend this cut for women who want low-maintenance beauty. It holds its form between appointments. It requires minimal product, and whether you tuck it behind the ears, pin one side back, or wear it as is, the result is always the same, effortlessly elegant. One quiet advantage of the bob: it creates subtle height at the crown, giving the illusion of a lifted, youthful profile. It can also help conceal signs of aging like necklines or sagging, simply by how it draws focus. But beyond aesthetics, this style carries something deeper. It's about control, about feeling composed, about waking up, brushing your hair once, and stepping into your day already feeling put together. Because at this age, we don't chase trends, we choose what works. What honors who we are, and what reminds us beauty doesn't fade, it evolves. And if there's one hairstyle that has always evolved with us, it's this one. The classic bob never asks for attention, but somehow it always gets it. Coming up next, the bonus tip that will elevate any of these looks with just one simple product. Closing. You haven't lost your glow, you're just getting started. So many women over 60 believe they've aged out of beauty, that hairstyles are no longer for them, that feeling radiant is something they had once. But here's what I want you to know. You haven't lost your glow. You've simply outgrown styles that no longer reflect the woman you are today. What you've gained is something far more powerful: wisdom, self-awareness. a sense of elegance that doesn't scream. It whispers. And that kind of beauty, it deserves to be seen. Whether you were drawn to the softness of wispy bangs, the bold freshness of a pixie, or the timeless charm of a classic bob, your hair is not just hair. It's a reflection of how you feel. It's a quiet act of self-respect, a gentle promise to show up for yourself every single day. And as promised, here's one little tip that can make a world of difference across every one of these styles. Invest in a high-quality volumizing root spray. This simple product lifts your roots, adds bounce, and helps your hair hold shape throughout the day without stiffness or buildup. Look for formulas made for mature hair and always do a patch test if you have sensitive skin. It's a small touch, but it can completely transform how your hair moves and how you feel when you walk out the door. Because at the end of the day, beauty at 60 and beyond isn't about chasing youth. It's about embracing presence. It's about choosing styles that feel like you and honoring the radiant, wise, endlessly elegant woman you've become. So don't be afraid to try something new, to walk into the salon and say, "This is for me." You've earned every inch of that confidence. And if this video helped you remember that, don't forget to subscribe, like, or share with a friend who needs the same gentle reminder. You deserve to feel this beautiful every single day.